go. Let's go.
Welcome to Market Pulse Crypto. Today is Saturday, December 21st, 2024, and the markets are down, but the drones are up. We have a lot to get into tonight because we have not been on air for a few days now, and the market has taken a little bit of a hit. Nothing too dramatic in the overall scope of what Bitcoin typically does, but we're going to get into it. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Total crypto market cap is coming in today at $3.34 trillion. That's down a little under 1.5% from yesterday. A Volume is down, which again is typical of Saturday nights. We're down 42%. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top gainers of the day. We have Monero up at just over 4%. Hyperliquid, which has been on a tear this week while the rest of the market has been dipping, it's up at almost 3%. XDC Network is up at about 2.5%. BitTorrent is up about 1%. Bitcoin Cash about 0.5%. Leo up about 0.3%. Tether stablecoin 0.003%. And then the rest are pretty much stable coins, so not much movement there. You have the Athena USD, USDC, and DAI, all stable coins. Let's go ahead and look at the top losers of the day. We've got Curved Out token, which is down about 14%. Ondo down about 13.5%. Dog with Hat down about 13%. Athena down going on 12%. Mantle down 10%. Virtuals down 10%. Pudgy Penguins down about 9.5%. Aave down about 9.5%. Aptos down at about 9%. And Immutable X down at about 8.5%. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's trending too. We'll look at some of the trending tokens. Adventure Gold is up 20% over the last 24 hours. Chain GPT, which has a lot of hype around this project as well, it's up about 1.5%. D-Force up 30%. IDEX up 30%, and Uxlink has been on an absolute tear. That is up 42% on the day, but 98% on the week. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin action over the last week. We're down about a little over 5.5% on the week. We've dropped down from around a high of $107,700 to a low of $92,000. And we'll show you that right here. The low was right down here. I'll give you an exact number here in just a second. It's 92.5. We dropped from a high of $107,700 to $92,000, and we've had a nice little bounce since then, and we've been hovering around this $97,000 mark for about the past day and a half. A lot of this had to do with the fears of the government shutdown, which we have averted, and we'll look at that right now. The Senate has passed a funding bill that's going to avoid a shutdown. So the U.S. Congress passed spending legislation early on Saturday in a down-to-the-wire burst of activity that will avert a destabilizing government shutdown ahead of the busy holiday travel season. The Democratic-controlled Senate, in an 85-11 vote, passed the bill to continue government funding 38 minutes after it expired at midnight. The government did not invoke a shutdown procedures in the interim. So that's going to bring a little more stability into the markets. That those fears kind of disrupted the markets, along with the news that next year we're looking at potentially 2 Fed rate cuts, if we get any at all. So that kind of put a hurting on the markets after the Fed meeting on the I believe it was the 18th, and it's good to see that we've had a nice bounce since then. So I expect the markets to recover in the coming week. Overall, if you just look at the markets, we're still massively up even on the month. Well, actually, we're down slightly on the month, But in the overall landscape of crypto, we're still, I mean, oh, if you asked us probably back in the summer if most people would be happy at a $97,000 Bitcoin at the end of the year, I think most people would take that 9 times out of 10. So a lot of this panic is just, I mean, it's just mass hysteria. It's nothing to really panic about. I mean, this is very characteristic of Bitcoin to have drawbacks like this, and these are opportunities to really just get into the market at a lower price and dollar cost average. We'll go over dollar cost averaging in some upcoming streams, but right now is a buying opportunity as 2025 is still looking really, really bullish, especially considering that we have the most pro crypto administration coming into the White House that we've ever had. So that is something to be very excited about, and that's still about a month away. Uh, altcoin season should be just around the corner, and we can take a look at. Well, let's go to X. Let's go to X, and I will show you some charts. We'll go to Tech Dev on X, and this guy is a very good source for uh, crypto charts and information. I highly recommend you follow this guy. He's one of my go-to sources. I don't think this is not him right here, but don't follow this guy. Follow this one right here. And that's from 2023. And we have a chart right here. This is 111 bars, which is 777 days that it's measuring. As you can see, there's kind of a consolidation period around here. You have this dip and then this massive upflow. You have the same thing right here, then we go up, and we're looking at, pretty much the same thing right here, where it looks like things are about to pick back up. Let's see if he's got the alt season chart. I'm not sure if it was him. Maybe it was Crypto Rover. Oh, here we go, right here. Altcoins expansion isn't a straight line, but let's see if we can make sense of these charts right here. Spring test. We're right here, purple dot. So it looks like this is the Bitcoin bull run of 2017 to 2018. This is alt season right here. This is the purple zone. It looks like we have just entered the purple zone before things really go parabolic. So we could be looking at a massive alt season right around the beginning of the year, which would fall perfectly in line with the typical 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, because it was back around the spring of 2020 when things really just absolutely exploded. And well, if you don't believe me, I'll take you back to CoinMarketCap and we can take a look at that. Let's go over here to historical snapshots. We'll go down to 2020. And we'll take a look at where we're at. This is the 21st, so we'll go to the 20th of December in 2020, and we'll look at the markets. We'll look at the average price of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and I would go with Cardano. Cardano's 16 cents at this point. And then, if I remember correctly, things really took off around April. I'm not sure if that's just because I was in VeChain, but I'm pretty sure that we had a huge run up back in April. So this is, so if this is 20 December 20th, 2020, we're going to go to the 18th of April in 2021. So you're looking about 4 months later. You had a $56,000 Bitcoin. You're looking at a $2,200 Ethereum, and Cardano went from 16 cents to $1.27. So this is really, I mean, I think this is what we're looking at. We are at the equivalent of where we are back in 2020, give or take a week, due to the halving, because the Bitcoin halving in 2020 took place on May 11th. Let me confirm that just to be sure. May 11th. So I was right. So May 11th, and then this one, the previous one happened on April 20th. So 2024 Bitcoin halving dates. April 17th is what I'm saying, but I remember it happening on 420. Uh, so we are actually a few. I mean, if you're going exactly off of the cycles, which I mean, no cycle is exactly the same, but I mean, if you're looking at exact time frames, we're a few weeks ahead of where we were in 2020. So that's something to keep in mind. I mean, we still have yet to see alts really take off. We haven't had anything like 2020 yet. I mean, things like virtuals have really taken off. Yes, things like hype right here have taken off, but we haven't seen massive run-ups in Ethereum. I mean, we've seen a little bit of a Cardano rally, but we've seen, I mean, comparatively speaking to 2020, it's not been anything like that yet, and I think we have a lot to go in this bull run. As I've mentioned in previous streams, I mean, the total crypto market cap is expected to reach between $7 and $11 trillion, and we are not even halfway there yet. So I think we're I usually like to go somewhere towards the middle. I think you're looking at around a $9 trillion crypto market cap for this bull run. So we still have quite a ways to go before we actually get there. And when we do, it's going to, I mean, that's going to be life-changing money for a lot of people. Let's look at the watch list. Let's see what we've got on the watch list. See, Virtuals Protocol, and we'll take a look at this, because this, in just a few weeks, has gone from, look at this chart. This is just back in early October. You're trading at around 5 cents. And right now you're trading at $2.45. There are a lot of cryptos that are going to repeat similar price action to this right here. So don't feel bad if you've missed projects like Virtuals. Just be sure to do your research. Look at the tokenomics, look at the partnerships, kind of gauge the community sentiment, and really make your decisions based on that. For example, we'll look at Peak. Peak is a project that I'm really bullish on, and we've looked at it here before, but I'm just going to show you the growth of this ecosystem right here. And if you want to see how many people are holding a specific project, you can come over here to CoinMarketCap and go to the project page. And down below here, you'll usually see a tab where you can find the social medias of these projects, the websites, the ratings. But go down here to Explorers, and I'm going to click on this right here. That's going to show you how many holders are holding this project. Right now we have 79,628 different holders of the peak token, and you can click on here on this specific one. You can click on here and kind of see the growth in real time. Now this thing has exploded. Back on the 10th, you had 796 holders of this token, and that has ballooned up to about 80,000 holders, which is exactly what you want to see. You want to see a lot of people accumulating this token, so or any token really, so that it kind of invokes a supply shock, which is, what's happening with Bitcoin right now. There's only 21 million Bitcoin, and it's very scarce. So let's I forget the exact number. Let's see how many millionaires are in the world. There's 58 million millionaires in the world, but there's only 21 million Bitcoin, and they haven't even all been mined yet. So that means that there's not enough Bitcoin for every millionaire to hold one. We're even close to that now, because a good portion of this has been lost forever by people that have either lost their private keys or their hard drives where they had mined Bitcoin in the early stages. And then you have the institutions that are buying up as well. And that is also like draining from the supply. And that is why we are seeing Bitcoin skyrocket to, these levels. And it's going to go a lot higher. So Bitcoin this is digital gold. This is the new gold. This entire space, this is the foundation for the new global economy that is to come. Because things are not going to, the traditional financial system is absolute garbage. And this right here, this is the future. Every data is the new oil, and blockchains are a secure way to store data. That's what this is. So get in while you can, because getting in now is, you're still very early to the party. I mean, the debate for Bitcoin, you've pretty much missed the boat on Bitcoin as far as making life-changing gains. But it's still good to, I would put, personally, what I do is I put 5% of what I make from my paychecks into Bitcoin, and then everything else I kind of spread around to altcoins and things that I think are going to have a pretty good return on my investment. Uh, for example, today I bought a little bit of Octonet. I bought some more of that, which, let's find that. I know I have it on this watch list because it was recommended by a viewer. Shout out to him, because this one's been a very good, no, it's right here. It's down on the day, but this has been a very good play right here. And this is a prime buying opportunity for something like Octonet. And Octonet, you can buy it on Radium through the Phantom wallet. In probably the next stream, I'm going to show you how to set up a Phantom wallet. I'm also going to show you how to set up MetaMask and use decentralized exchanges. So that will be what we do next. But this is one of the premier AI plays on the Solana network. And they've got a lot of different products they're offering, from VPNs to GPU renting. And you see the terminal creator and all of these things that they're still working on. But you can go here, launch this DApp, and you can use their VPN. Or if you want to rent out GPU, you can come here, select which one you want. I'll say you want the GenForce, and then they have the pricing options down here. So, and the way you would pay for this is you would select your wallet, which in this case would be the Phantom wallet, and that's how you pretty much pay for this transaction. So you would pretty much set what you want right here, and then you could pay for it through the Phantom wallet. So that's just that. But anyway, tonight I just kind of wanted to give a quick overview, talk about the government shutdown a little bit, and just kind of tell you where we are at this stage of the market cycle, and tell you not to really panic, because I mean this is drawbacks like these are very normal for Bitcoin, and things are going to recover. If you take a look even at, we'll do this real quick. We'll take a look at all. Actually, let's go to maybe trading view. Go to trading view and look at some charts. This is on the daily, so we'll go to the weekly. We'll kind of close the stochastic RSI, and we'll go back to 2020. So even in 2020, or this is, oh, that's 2019. Let's see. I actually want to see this right here. We want somewhere around here. Had about a 1% drawback in December of 2020, but I mean, even before you had the big drawbacks, you had a 6% drop here, you had a 10% drop here, right? I mean, right here you had a 21% drop. So pullbacks are normal. Pullbacks are very normal, even in the back in the, what is that? Even back in the time of the double peak, we had this huge drawdown here, but things eventually recovered later in the year, and we hit a new all-time high of $69,000. So don't panic. Uh, be greedy when others are fearful, and fearful when others are greedy. That is the classic saying as far as markets go. So just keep that in mind. And with that, I think we're going to open it up to some questions from the viewers and see what you guys have to say. So let's get some input, and we'll look at some charts while we kind of wait on things to pick up a little bit. Let's see what things are doing on the hour. XDC, not a lot of movement, but it's not to be expected because we are in the pretty much the lull phase of the weekend. I expect market will probably pick back up a little bit on Monday, but maybe not even too much because it is a holiday week. But I expect things to really start booming the first week of January. So let's just keep that in mind. Let's take a look at the AI space. Fetch is a favorite of the channel. That is our largest holding, is ASI. This, I mean, that's a very good buying opportunity. Down 27%. This thing is not going to stay down for very long. I can guarantee you that. So definitely look into buying some ASI, or well, it hasn't rebranded to ASI yet, but buy some Fetch. It's the same thing. So Fetch AI, ASI, get in while you can because these prices are not going to last. Injective, this is one that I might look at getting back into because I was really bullish on this at one point, but I did sell up my position to some projects that I thought had some better upside, but Injective is also one that I really like. This is probably my sixth man. Uh, if I had a starting lineup of 5, this would be the one that would come off of the bench. This is one that I really want to get back in on, and I might just do that this week. And we can go over Injective in an upcoming video, but this week we're really going to focus on basically the fundamentals of crypto, setting up wallets, using decentralized exchanges. We'll talk about ledgers. We'll talk about which exchanges are the best to use, and talk about seed phrases and private keys and things of that nature. Uh, that's what we'll be looking at this week. As far as like the top AI plays of the last 24 hours, let's look at this. I have not heard of this project, but let's look at it together. We'll see how long this has been around. In January of, oh, I don't like that. That thing has fallen off of a cliff and it has not recovered. Yeah, this I don't like. I do not like this chart at all. Even during the run up back in the spring, it didn't do very much. So I'm not going to recommend this one. If you're in the United States, this would be very difficult to buy anyway because it does not look like it is listed on any American-friendly exchanges. Live Peer. I do remember hearing about this a while ago. This one's been around for a while, if I remember right. Oh, this has been around since I've been around in crypto, back in 2019. So it had a high of $100. Not bad. What did the tokenomics look like? Okay, so this is not inflationary at all. 36 million. A little over 36 million, almost 37 million are in circulation. It's got a market cap of about $500 million. Uh, what else do we have? That's Bitcoin.
Since I hear about Upslink.
We will go over that in just a second. Let's take a look at the total crypto market cap real quick, excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, actually. Well, this will give you a good indication of alt season. Total crypto market cap is, at the peak, it was $1.16 trillion. Well, that's not bad. We're expecting this to probably be around, I mean, I would assume at least $4 to $5 trillion at the peak of the bull run. So there's a lot of room to run with these alts. Anyway, Uxlink. Let's look at that one. That one's been on a tear this week.
Yeah, it's been on the tear.
Total tear. Total annihilation. Let's look at this. It's up 40% on the day, but on the week it's up 370%.
Yeah.
That's on the
Okay,
year.
so what was it around like 2 weeks ago?
You're gonna look at 2
Back when we
weeks
were
ago.
talking about it on this channel, like 2 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Actually, we've probably been talking about it since we started.
Be around the 7th. Around the 7th, this was trading at around 65 cents. Right now we're trading at $1.53. This one has really kind of pumped while everything else is taking a nosedive. So this is
all the more reason to follow the channel. We were talking about this weeks ago. If people would have invested, they would have made a lot of money from it.
Absolutely. This has really shown a lot of resilience during this, this dip we've had. So if you want to buy this, it's available on crypto.com. It's also available on KuCoin, Bybit, OKX, Upbit, BitGet, HTX, MEXC. There's a lot of places where you can buy this if you're interested. But if you want to take a look at this, this is a social platform for social platforms and infrastructure. We still need to do that. After we go over these fundamentals, we're going to go into Telegram and launch this and really see what it's all about. But this thing is it's done exceedingly well, especially over the last week. What's it up on the year? Oh, it's up 370% on the year. It's up 168% on the month. It's up 95% on the week and 40% on the day. So it's green across the board. This thing is on a rocket ship to the moon right now.
Did you invest any in that?
I didn't get on. I should have put some into this, but I didn't.
Yeah,
I
we
didn't
put,
get on this, but I got in on Octo,
we'll,
luckily.
we'll tell everybody else to check it out, but we don't check it out ourselves. And then when it goes out, we kick ourselves. I hear.
Well, hey, at least we didn't tell people to buy it and then it dipped. So, let's see what else we got.
Options AI looks good. Options AI looks good. It looks good. Market cap, volume. If you look at the 1 year chart, it looks good. Right now it's on a low, which would be a good time to buy for it.
Ooh, it's got very good tokenomics, so we'll say that. 10 million self-reported circulating
It
supply.
does have good tokenomics.
And $10 million total supply, or 10 million token supply, I should say.
Yeah.
Where could you buy this if you wanted to get some? Uniswap. We'll go over Uniswap in an upcoming, probably the next stream, where we teach you about dexes and setting up wallets. Maybe a good time to look at how to use that, because
So you're saying it takes Uniswap
yes, takes
to buy options? Okay. Uniswap, okay.
Uniswap and all these decentralized exchanges are really where you find projects that come out early, because once these things get listed on big exchanges like Coinbase and Binance, that's when they really see a pump. Or even when there's an announcement that they're going to be listed on those exchanges, that's when you see massive pumps. So this is where you get into projects early.
And so maybe the next stream or the one after that, we get into where we teach how to set up those wallets.
The next stream we're going to show you. We're going to show everyone how to set up wallets, and depending on how long that takes, which I don't think it'll take that long. We're going to show you how to connect those to decentralized exchanges and make swaps. So that is what we'll do there. So are there any other cryptos that you guys are looking at or have kind of caught your attention?
Feel free to drop a comment if anybody has some cryptos to check out. We need the hive mind. We need to work together so we can all.
I do.
Yeah, Octanet was a very good. That was. I'm very glad that a viewer dropped that one to us, because it's up 40% on the week, even though it's down 22% on the day. This was around 13 cents about a week ago.
That's the way to do it. One of our viewers come in, comment, Octanet. We check it out, invest a little bit, and then like next week we make a pretty profit. What we got to do, we all got to help each other out.
Radium is another decentralized exchange. This is basically the Uniswap of Solana. So that's how you could think of that. Dogecoin is probably going to pump in the coming weeks with this new administration coming in, I would imagine. I mean, this thing is, I mean, it's just poised to break $1. At least $1 is inevitable, I believe, for Doge. Which is crazy because that's going to put it at 100 and for this to reach $1, it's going to have a $147 billion market cap.
So,
I still think we need a wheel. We definitely need a wheel. I want to get on here and be able to spin a wheel and just look at a random crypto.
a random crypto like AI crypto marketplace. That one's interesting.
So we
Got the bubbles in a wheel or pop the bubble.
Oh, the bubbles. Do we want to look at the crypto bubbles?
You gotta go. You gotta bring the bubble.
People love the bubbles. Let's look at the
Yeah,
bubbles.
you have to bring up the bubbles.
At least once. It's all about the bubbles.
I mean, what kind of host would I be if I didn't bring up the bubbles? So let's do that right now. Yikes. So much blood. Blood everywhere.
Blood
I
bath.
love you.
Kagan, I know it's a lot of red, but you don't have to get emotional about it.
Yeah.
Looks like, yeah, it's it's a massacre, folks. What about the month? Let's look at the month. The month is going to be much better. So we've got virtuals up at 342%. What do we have down at the? I mean, on the monthly, it's not bad. I mean, we're still massively up from where we were at the end of.
Now, is that all you're invested in, or is that in general?
No, this is just in general. I'm not invested in all of
Oh, wow.
these. I think I'll show my portfolio on the next stream. I'm pretty sure I've shown it before, but we'll show it again and just kind of how it's changed. I don't think there's not much change in it at all. I might have added a project or two, but nothing significant anyways. But these are the crypto bubbles. So we've got on the year. Pepe. What's this? Mantra. Up 9,500%. Ethereum name service.
Hey, Dad, we
All right, guys. Do you have any
Jesus.
closing comments?
Yeah, what's the news on that hot tour girl that scammed everybody?
What did happen with her? I believe she tweeted. Hop to a coin. Break silence after meme coin crash. I'm not gonna pay the Rolling Stones. Get out of here. Octo Girl says she's cooperating with lawyers in suit related to crash of meme crypto. So it says in a post on X on Friday.
I hope she fails. I hope she fails.
There. Wait.
And pretty sure she's being sued right now.
Is that coin still available to buy?
Is it?
It is.
Yeah, I'm not going to buy.
And before you go, Ryan, you have to check the chart from hell.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget the channel favorite.
What is that?
Oh, you know what it is. Big Dog Fink is down 8.5% on the 20 on the daily, and it is down about 2% on the hour. Big Dog Fink.
See, that's not the chart from hell, though. Does Katie know about the chart from hell?
What is the chart from hell?
He saw it.
You must not. You don't know.
Well, I honestly don't. Explain it to me right now.
You just gotta see it.
Show me.
It looks more normal than it did, but still. It's on the 7 days. Yeah, this period right here.
Show me. Oh, yikes.
Yeah. Can you zoom into that?
Is this it? IrisNet?
Yeah, this is it. That's on the monthly. It's just a weird chart.
That is an extremely weird chart. I would not trust that. I would not trust that myself. The viewers out there, I would not trust that.
I was in it and I got out of it before it started going down like that.
Yeah, it's a very suspicious chart. I don't trust it.
So we are, to our viewers, we are letting them know an example of what not to trust. That's a good example of a chart not to trust. There's a lot more that goes into it, though, than just the way that the graph looks, though.
That's true. We'll go over some indicators as well. We'll talk about the stochastic RSI, the RSI, the MACD, all of these indicators. I mean, there's so much we have to go over. There is so much we have to
There
go over.
is. But Ryan, to the first time listener, what exactly did you just suggest there? The RI.
The RSI.
What now?
Yeah, RSI.
RSI?
Relative
What
strength.
is that?
It's the relative strength index. It's pretty much the momentum of projects like price. or stock or whatever. I mean, it can be applied to different kind of assets. But I'll do a quick view right here. We can look at the RSI.
Please do.
So this is the total crypto market cap. You can see the momentum is kind of going down for alts right now, but that's just because of this is on the weekly. On the daily, it's probably going down too. So once it gets below this, it's pretty much oversold. Up here is overbought. Top is overbought. Bottom's oversold. Pretty self-explanatory. Pretty simple concept.
Green baseball bat flashlight. There's a revolution.
But you've got a lot of different kind of indicators. I mean, you've also got the. Let's get rid of this. The stochastic RSI, if I remember correctly, takes two different kind of moving averages and combines them into one. And this is kind of what I look at. See right here, it's saying that on the daily, alts are really oversold. Once this blue line crosses this orange line and it hits in this blue area right here, that is pretty much a confirmation of bullish momentum, and it means that we're going to likely see a pretty big price increase. You can see it here. Once the blue crossed the orange, hit up here, straight up. Same thing right here, confirmed right about here, straight up. And I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. Like I said, I'm expecting another big run up towards the beginning of the year, probably the first or second week of January. So I think that is when we're going to get our next big run up. But I mean, it could happen before then. It's just these markets are really unpredictable, so these kind of help. Indicators like these kind of give you an idea, though, a better idea of where things stand.
My prediction is fourth week of January.
Okay. Well, we'll see how it plays out. See what this looks like on the monthly. See, on the monthly, we're still going up in terms of like momentum. All right.
What you all right? I know what that means.
All right. All right. All right.
All right, all right.
See how LimeWire's doing.
We'll check LimeWire. LimeWire's kind of following the rest of the market, so it's not doing much. On the year, it's up 30%. Month 62%. On the day, it's down about 2%.
What about Frost?
Cosby?
What?
What did you say?
Frostwire. Isn't that the competitor for a while?
I don't think that's a thing on here. Frost Whisper. Well, do you guys want to talk about some UFOs, or do you want me to end the stream? Want to talk about some drones?
You mean drones? You definitely mean drones.
Well, technically,
The
it's
drones.
UFO. It's an unidentified
Mm.
flying object, correctly? Correct?
It's
Well, I mean, I myself own a drone, so UFO is kind of a stretch.
Or we
Or
can
is
call
it?
it, or as more correctly, let's call it a UAP.
get right.
Right. But like, I myself own a drone, so
Oh, do you think that orbs are
that's
drones?
it. The orbs. I mean, the orbs are a little bit different.
You call that a UAP?
The orbs being a UAP. I don't know. I don't know.
What's the news on it right now?
What is the news on it right now?
Saw that radiation levels were spiking.
I'm not going to go to X. My X is like
A cesspool.
Well,
I'm so scared to go to my X on this live stream because I did not know what it's going to show you guys.
Google the orb stream. If we want to go with orb streams, because I myself have not seen that yet. Jonathan has. I myself have not.
Let's see what this is.
Hey, what do you know? Some AI image.
Fair
What do you
enough.
do? What do you do if you go outside and you see this in the sky?
Well, that's a loaded question, Ryan.
I'd wait for like Iron Man and Black Panther to come swoop in or something.
Well, I wouldn't wait for that.
I don't wait for.
I'd wait for Elon Musk to put on his suit of iron and come save the day.
There you go. That's a more realistic perspective, but I don't think Elon's going to be able to have that day.
You remember watching The Fourth Kind?
Yeah.
Mr. Kagan.
Yes, I do. You were not a part of it,
What do you mean I wasn't?
but yes, I do. Oh, you were there that night, weren't you?
I was there.
Oh,
That's why I brought it. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah, you was there. I'd rather not. It was a crazy night. A lot of stuff happened that night. A lot of stuff. Ryan, you tell me how that night went at 3:33. At 3:33. What happened that night?
Oh, that was really creepy. Everything just shut off. All of our phones
At what
died.
time?
3:33.
At what time? At 3:33. Yeah. It was me, you, Austin Borland, Brian Phelps. The four of us.
Name drop.
Oh no.
Oh no. My bad. My bad. My bad.
Tell them. Apologize to them.
What?
So apologize to them.
Yeah. Was unaware of that. Should I continue?
Oh, continue. Please do.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, continue. Well, what happened that night? We was watching a movie called The Fourth Kind, and at 3:33, all of our phones, and I remember a certain person,
Cue the spooky music, Ryan.
yeah, do that, cause this is a spooky time.
Go to YouTube, ominous music. Set the mood.
What's that?
Let me know when to continue.
Why is everyone spiraling over YouTube banning
Hold
ad
on,
blockers?
wait for this,
chill guys, just use Pi.
ad.
It's a free Chrome extension that's actually made by
Continue.
God.
All right. Yeah. Continue.
Alright, so me and 3 other friends of mine were watching a movie called Fourth Kind. We watched it. We started at like midnight, I think, somewhere around midnight. And then, as we got into the movie, there's a certain part of the movie where it's 3:33, everything happens. And then a certain friend at 3:32 was like trying to, scare everybody by saying like, "Oh no, it's 3:32. Oh my goodness." And then exactly at 3:33, all of our phones shut off. All at the same time. All at the same time. Every single one of our phones, every 4, shut off. And then, not only did the TV shut off, but my Xbox 360 at the time, at that time I had an Xbox 360, it shut off. And then the door to my room that we were all in opened.
Not the door.
The door opened. It happened. The door opened. Four teenage boys who we were not bitch boys. We were masculine dudes at the time, like just trying to watch a movie. But the four of us, especially one of us, was like grabbed each other's hand or just like locked arms. The majority of us locked arms, but one of us specifically, like, literally grabbed their hand and was like cuddling the other person. We're not gonna mention names.
Ryan, was it you?
It was not Ryan. It was a B. This no, this guy's name started with a B, but he was like literally cuddling, trying to cuddle the rest of us. That's me exaggerating a bit there. If anything was exaggerated in this story, it is the fact that that person was trying to cuddle. But for real, none of us could move. Like, we were scared shitless and like just like like a deer in the headlights. Like, we could not move out of fear. I don't remember exactly. How the rest of us like fell asleep that night, but we eventually did, and I'm pretty sure Ryan went the fuck home.
Oh, I definitely went home.
I'm pretty. You went the fuck home because you were like, I'm good.
You walked by yourself home?
Yeah.
Where'd you
not
run?
gonna
I'm pretty
lie.
sure. I'm pretty sure he went the fuck home, but I don't know what Ryan's about to say here, but I know damn well he was just as scared as the rest of us because that shit was crazy. That shit haunts me to this day if I talk about it. Like, I'm haunted right now. Like, that was unorthodox. It was just unexplainable. The amount of coincidences that happened that night, it was crazy.
I want to know
Ron, go on.
if he walked home.
What?
Ron walked home.
I walked home. Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, I was a little spooked. I'm
He
not gonna lie.
walked.
I was a little spooked. But I walked
Oh,
home.
you was a little spooked. Ron,
I mean, I walked home. So. Yeah, I was a
you
little
walked
spooked.
home. You was a little spooked, yeah. Alright, Ron. Was anything that I just said inaccurate about the events that happened?
Oh no, it sounds pretty. It sounds pretty spot on.
Your experience, did it happen any differently?
You'll skirt.
No.
Like, the events that happened, did it happen any differently than what I just explained?
No, that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly what yeah, that's what happened. It's crazy. I can tell you this, I got in touch with Jesus after that night. I can promise you that. Like, I became friends with. Well, we're not name calling. I got in touch with a certain friend after that.
You hear something weird, Kagan? Happened 2 days ago?
Of course. Free speech, right, Ryan? Let's go.
I had a family friend that had been spotting 3 drones above their house in a line.
Yeah.
And they would move over, not far at all, but they would move over in the sky. Probably it took them like a few hours just to move over a little bit, but they were still in the line, right? And these two family friends that I know, their mom lives with them, and she's pretty
Okay.
old. And she listens to the radio, and she also watches TV in her room. And so
Mm.
she came out and told her daughter, who she lives with, I turned the knob on the radio to turn the volume up, and it changed my TV channel. And so they doubted, of course, because I mean they're pretty honest people.
Whoa,
and
whoa,
they
whoa. Hold on.
offer.
Slow down, slow down.
Hold on. So
Rewind.
I'm gonna go back to it. So
Okay, go ahead.
they were doubting her, so they went in her room, and she wanted the volume up on her radio, and they didn't believe her that when she turned the volume up on the radio, that it changed the channel on the TV.
Mm.
And so they tried it, and lo and behold, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And this was just 2 days ago, after a couple days of these drones flying or floating above their house.
Mm.
How do you explain that?
Well, that's why I wanted you to rewind. Like,
Is there any explanation
back-
of why you would
well-
switch the knob on your radio and you're a whole different piece of technology gets manipulated by that?
It's the simulation glitching. We live in a simulation.
I mean,
We all know that we live in a simulation.
that's Ryan's take. He was talking about that yesterday. And
I mean, he's
beyond
not-
yesterday.
It's
Beyond
not really
yesterday.
fun.
I don't know what you were about to say there, John, but that whole philosophy. Excuse me. Every year, so I told Ryan yesterday, every year that take gets harder not to believe.
He's sort of right, though.
Yeah, the simulation, yeah, it gets, every year gets harder not to believe.
Like, pretty much everything has already happened. We're just the process of it happening.
Mm.
We are the lab rats. We are the. But the thing is, this is when it gets tricky. Is we have in our reality, in our realm, in our understanding, we have the free choice, the freedom to choose things.
Free will, yeah.
But in the bigger reality, which we can't comprehend, things have already been understood, included. And it's okay. I mean, the more you try to understand it, the more you're not going to. And that's fine. You got to have respect that there's higher intelligence than us.
It's like the more you learn, the more you realize that there's more that you don't know. That's basically the gist of it.
Alright, I muted myself. What Ryan was trying to say there was something that I have recently learned, which is Dumb people think that they know everything. Smart people are aware of how much they do not know. And that is scientifically proven because the more that you grow your mind, the more receptors there are in your mind. And same thing can be that way with your interpretation, specifically talking to you, Jonathan. Religious beliefs, your understanding of the Bible, all that kind of stuff.
Have you watch a video? I don't know if Ryan can play it on here, but
There was not enough response. Do you understand that logic, Jonathan?
say it again.
Do you understand that logic?
Say the logic.
Say the logic. Okay. Simplified. A dumb person thinks they know everything. A smart person has learned enough about something that they are aware that they don't know shit. They don't know enough. And there's a scientific backing to that as far, well, scientific. That's probably a controversial terminology, but like with what we've learned with the brain, like the more the brain knows about something, the more neurons, the more receptors are grown in the mind. And what I was trying to explain to you was like, even if it is something where you're learning about scripture and all that, the more you learn about the scripture, the more receptors you create in your mind to ask more questions, to have more unknown. So then you're actually stupider in your own mind than you was before you knew anything about scripture. Does that make sense?
You just sort of, yeah, it reminds me of like ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
Like
I
you're
mean,
blissful being ignorant.
that's the low scale. That's a low scale
Every time you tap
explanation.
into a new pathway, you understand that that pathway has many other pathways that branch off of
Right.
that.
It's a multiverse
pathway,
type of thing. Yeah. It's a multiverse type of thing. That's the multiverse thing isn't what I was trying to get into. I was trying to get into how the brain works. The more you know about something, the more receptors your brain creates to figure out more about it. And because of that, the analogy is the more you learn, the stupider you are. And that goes with anything. That goes with life, that goes with world history, that goes with biology, that goes with, I gotta say it because it's gonna hit with you, scripture, Bible. Like the more, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me 10 years ago you read a verse, you thought of it a certain way, and now you think differently of it. Tell me that's not true.
I mean, that's happened, sure.
Yeah, that's
That
my
doesn't mean I'm more
point.
stupid, though.
Well,
It
I
means I'm
think
more
you.
aware
I
of
think.
my
I think you
wrongful.
misunderstand the point, though. I'm not calling you stupid.
You gotta take that,
Ryan,
John.
what do you think
Don't
about
take
it?
that.
What do you think
I'm
about
not.
it, Ryan?
Ryan, stop.
What do you think about it?
Jonathan, I'm not saying you are stupid.
You trying to fight?
I think John is a very intelligent individual, and I think it's very
He
insulting
is.
for you to
Thank
question
you,
his
Ryan.
intelligence like that. No problem, John.
You
That's
sure don't feel it.
adorable.
I've got you.
Ryan, that's
Got your back.
adorable. That's adorable.
All I gotta
I
say is,
know. I know
our
Ryan
viewers,
understands what I'm saying, so it's adorable. The route you're going there, Ryan, that's adorable.
what do you say?
Well, you heard him say it.
Say
My
it again.
point.
I didn't hear him.
Huh?
Say it one more time.
You just said thank you, so I thought you heard.
Oh, okay.
No, Ryan was taking up for you. Is what happened there.
Well, thank you, Ryan. You're a good friend.
Anytime. As K Dog would say, onwards.
Onward and upward. All I know is the more we've started our
All right, I'll
freedom,
drop it.
the more we've talked about freedom of speech, the less views we get.
Well, yeah,
We need
that's
our
to be
own,
expected.
we need our own channel where we just philosophize. See one more viewer come in here. You better get in the chat right now.
So, who is at? Who's at fault here?
Start turning into a savage.
Who's at fault here?
Maybe it was the ominous music. Maybe that kind of spooked people away.
Maybe they're like phones shut off too, and their electric went out.
Yeah. What I mean is like who started. All right,
No,
John.
no one's
Me
at
and you.
fault. I'm just saying. I'm just
No. I know what you're
making
saying.
observation.
I'm saying like what part of I wasn't paying attention. That's all I'm asking. Where, John, were you paying attention to the viewers and all that? Tonight I wasn't. I usually
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
What part of the conversation?
Well, the very beginning. People just don't like anything but crypto.
Well, I mean, given what our channel is about, that makes sense, I guess.
So were people in here? So the viewership kind of dropped off.
After your bit,
Is that what you noticed,
John, is that what happened?
I swear, bro, as soon as I said something, like, we lost 4. But I'm not concerned. Well, what I am wondering is why this. I mean, I understand why the government shutdown would cause markets to go down, and the stock market went down as well. But I would just expect them to go up a lot quicker after it got averted. But I guess it doesn't work like that.
Well, the reason it kind of happened.
Not
like
immediately.
Not
also immediately.
On the weekend too, so let's keep in mind.
Yeah.
Also, we're coming up on Christmas week, and that's something to also take into account. I mean,
That's always been a thing. Always been a thing.
You think people that are like scared and afraid of these drones, are they gonna? Is that gonna cause markets to go down? Like when people get scared, they not invest?
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
no.
My personal opinion, no.
Right?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think it will. I don't think it's gonna have anything to do unless these drones start like attacking cities. And then you have
If they start doing that, if there's like reports of them actually attacking and like flying in and like there's killings, that could have that's a situation.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a very
Well,
big
they're
problem.
using AI in like jets already. That's sort of old news. You
Yeah.
know they're in drones, and that's probably what they're doing. Is they're probably like
That's-
mapping the battlefield so they can stand behind a joystick and use all these AI systems to send these who knows what out. This could all just be like a reconnaissance mission of us like mapping the terrain, but there's speculation.
That is a definite rabbit hole for sure. There's a whole lot of rabbit holes though.
Yeah, but say like we're giving AI so much influence in our technology these days, and we've always known like the ominous side of AI and how it can like go rogue. So I just don't understand like why we would give.
Well, we've been given
something-
movie ideas about it.
Well, no, but even on like was it Sophia one day that talked? Sophia. We talked about it on the crypto, but people were interviewing her and she took some tangent that was pretty worrisome. Like we hear of reports and there's videos of reports where AI sort of made you question their true intentions.
Yeah, like the one where the robot like killed some people in a lab. Yeah, like that one.
I didn't hear about that. Goodness.
Oh no, you didn't hear about that. Well, yeah, that was. I mean, I wasn't there, so I don't know 100%. But it was a report like a year or two ago.
What do you see what I'm trying to say though?
But
Like,
who knows
who's
if
to say
that's
that they
true or
trust-
not? But here's the point. I don't think people are going to care. People care about what they can control, which is the amount of toilet paper they can stock in their houses.
Yeah, but like you said, if they start firing on the city, people are going to start caring.
Do what now?
I said, like you said, going back to what you said, if they start firing on the city, people are going to start caring. If something,
Yeah, they'll start stocking toilet paper.
something's going to happen.
I know what you're saying, John. I was just trying to make a joke, like a realistic joke, but I know what you're saying.
Think of another 9/11 event.
Another 9/11. I don't think it's the same outcome. If there's another outcome as big as 9/11, I don't think it's the same outcome as it was then. Because of certain things, like, I mean, Jonathan,
it doesn't have to be the same.
we already saw in 2020 how people react, and so did they. Unfortunately, so did they. What was the biggest thing?
It's still a little different.
Fucking toilet paper.
I just want to interject it. I wish we could go back to 2020. That was
I agree with you, Ryan, because you wouldn't be the only one investing in making a name for yourself. And I would have still been there telling you to sell the freaking shit at the top.
All those days, all those hours we spent on Grand Theft Auto and 7 Days to Die.
You're right, John. But Ryan, I've told you every opportunity I get, I will remind you. This is one of those opportunities. that I remind you. Okay? We good? All right. Alrighty. Continue, Jonathan. You were talking about GTA, Jonathan? Sorry I had to interrupt you.
Was I? I don't remember. That was like a year ago.
Oh.
Is this where we end the stream? We're going on 2 hours now, so. I mean, we need to save some content. We've got 7 more or 6, at least 6 more streams this week. I mean,
Get back to the crypto. You can do another
Well,
overview?
to be honest, like we're not really talking about anything like topic wise.
I'm trying to get in back to the crypto. Dang it! That's what I give the viewers what they want. Let's see what Pie's doing.
We'll check out Pie. We'll go another 20 minutes.
All right, let's do that.
Pie's not doing anything. Pie is sideways. That is I mean, you can't even trade Pi yet. Pi's, and in fact, the developers of this project originally said that they were aiming to launch the mainnet at the end of this year, and now they have pushed it back to Q1 of 2025. So that means by April, and who knows if they're going to push it back again. So I'm not really sure what to make of that right now.
Well, that could be a good
If
thing
you are
for
someone who can put $100 in, if you can spare $100,
nope, you can't do that yet.
what? You can't put in?
No, all you can do is mine. But what I'm saying is, if you're a newcomer, it's sort of good they push it back because you need at least 50 mine sessions before you can get verified.
Oh, right. I see what you're
No, that's true.
It is good. It is good.
So
good point, John.
Pi will launch the open network in the first quarter of 2025. And that is from the official Pi X channel. And you're going to see a bunch of angry comments in here.
Ignore the negative. Focus on the positive. Focus on the positive.
I mean, to be fair, you can't really call this a scam because you're not putting any money into it. All you're doing is mining it on your phone. So I mean, you really have nothing to lose by at least trying this.
It's not a scam.
Yeah, it's not a scam. I would not call it a scam by any means.
Certain people call it a scam, but they don't know what they're talking about.
We got another one for you, Ron. You ready?
What's that?
Live peer.
Oh, I think we were looking at that earlier a little bit. I mean, not too long, but let's go back to it. This is the one that hit $100 at the all-time high.
What, this stream you did?
Yeah, we looked at. I mean, we didn't dive. We didn't go to the website or anything. But I'm pretty sure we brought it up back at the beginning when I was kind of doing my thing. But let's look at the website. Well, actually, let's look at the holders. What if we
can my watch list for a while?
I myself didn't care much for it because you guys will see it.
I've been contemplating whether to take that off my list or not.
I would. But I'm not you, John.
What's the chart look like?
I mean, I don't know either. I mean, everything I'm putting on my list, it's going on tears, it seems like.
Yeah.
Me
myself, I would not put this on the list to invest in. Me myself. But there are three of us. Let's consult.
My watch list that I don't invest in goes on tears, but my watch list that I do invest in goes down. Go figure.
Yeah.
Krill? What is that?
Crypto's not really a go figure marketplace.
What's that krill, Ryan? What in the world?
What is it?
Krill?
Krill?
K-R-Y.
Jonathan, I hope you heard what the fuck I just said.
Yes, I did. I hear everything. Nothing escapes me.
Crypto is not a go figure marketplace.
I hate you.
Okay.
Look at that.
Let's move on. Let's move
Look
on.
at that.
What do we have here? Krill. Oh, you can buy this on Coinbase. Interesting. What is it though? Krill can be integrated on Web3 platforms and media sites to break down and summarize complex information. Platform aims to democratize access to advanced trading tools and make Web3 investing accessible to both beginners and experienced traders. It's on Ethereum.
Ryan, whenever you get a free chance, go to your Discord and look at the message.
Yeah, go look at that message, Ron.
Is it safe to look at
I'm
on
gonna show you.
stream?
It's perfect when you play the intro song. Yeah, it's okay to look at.
Okay. Let's see what we got.
Only you have the intro song playing.
Oh wow.
It's perfect. We need to put him on there.
Oh, we can do that.
No, don't do that.
And we can have Refat on.
Perfect. Our mascot.
How about not?
Dude, we should buy. Look at the picture, right? We should buy a orange wife beater for Refat. Give him some glasses and paint his bald head green.
Oh God.
Dress him up like Bubble Bass.
I don't think we
Are
want to
you
give our
guys
viewers.
trying?
We're gonna give them nightmares.
Are you guys trying to knock me off of like the stream? Because this is how you do it.
You know, like Refat? Come on, dude. I mean, onward.
The question is, does
Onward.
Ryan
Onward.
like?
Onward.
Onward.
Does
Onward.
Ryan like
Onward.
Refat?
Onward.
Onward.
Does Ryan like?
No.
Onward.
Yeah,
No.
onward,
No.
onward, onward. Okay. I apologize for starting the onward thing, but does Ryan
No.
like
Ryan doesn't.
Refat? I wouldn't think so. I would not think Ryan likes Refat. I would not think he does.
All right.
I would rather not remind. We good? Everyone good?
How to lose viewers.
Onward.
Spam the air horn button in Discord.
How to lose viewers? I'm pretty sure we just did it. The
Pretty
past
sure
10 minutes.
all of our 5 viewers are probably from us. What? If not,
From us.
Oh, I'm sure we have.
There's only 3 of us, so I don't understand what the fuck you mean there. There's only 3 of us.
Well, I'm sure this is going to be the best video we've ever had, by far.
It might be. It might be.
Maybe for not the right reasons, but this will be.
Right? I understand that.
I'm just waiting for people to drop a comment about the cryptos that are looking good.
Pudgy
Can you
Penguins
imagine a
is up.
stream where you don't even have to come up with stuff. You can just read chat and people are just dropping cryptos. Go look into what they say.
Ryan, Do you realize how many good conversations that have not been recorded since we started all
It's a
of
gold,
this?
it's a gold
Like,
We
mine.
knew each other.
oh my good gold mine. There could be hundreds of dollars viewed. But just Jonathan and me alone. And then the times that you were involved.
Bobo the bear. Let's see this.
Bobo the bear. Ron, you know what that remind me of?
Hmm.
Does Jonathan know about this?
What? I don't know.
Your stories. You
This is-
don't know?
Oh,
No, that
remember?
tells me enough. That tells me enough. Okay, I'll shut up.
I think I might have told John about the stories that I have generated.
Okay, so you might have. Are
Hey, that
you
might
okay with?
if I
Are you
don't
okay with talking about it? Are you okay with talking about it? If you're not, I know nothing.
should I play
Are
the
you okay
last?
with talking about it?
Should I play the story, like the last entry of the story, so you guys can get an idea of what
The
this?
last entry, Ron.
So you,
I don't know the last entry. I don't. You
well,
haven't. You have not. You have not played me the last century. I know Terrence is going to be speaking. I know that much.
hold on,
Higgins getting
hold on.
Play
Let's see.
it. Play it.
it's being translated to a different dimension.
Yeah. Hold on tight, Jonathan. Yes. Good.
Well, first things first. Okay, we'll do the Night Terror fiasco.
What are you talking about?
You want to hear? You want to hear an installment of this story? So we'll play it. Where is it at?
I don't think I've heard that one. I have not heard that one. I'm interested. Let's hear it.
Oh, it's got to load. There's a lot of loading to be done.
It's worth the wait. From what I've heard of the first season, I guess, it's worth the wait. Anyone still watching, this is worth the wait. I promise you.
Maybe. I definitely have fun with this.
If
This is sort of my entertainment.
anyone still watching, this is worth the
What is it? I don't even know what it is.
It's just a story that I've kind of generated. It's like its own. This could be a meme.
Ron,
Create like
where
a
are
crypto.
we?
I'm trying
Like
to
you're
find.
scrolling, dude.
Yeah, I'm
No,
scrolling. I'm
just
scrolling. No, I'm trying to find what I want to play.
Do you have it
Okay.
read it loud to you, or do you have to read it
okay.
yourself?
Fair enough. Fair
No,
enough.
I
No,
can have. That's the elevator.
Like, can you
fiasco.
highlight it? Can you highlight it and like right click and have it read it, or what?
I am, but I'm looking for where I want it to start.
But you can do that.
Yeah, you can.
Nice.
wait. You can't have Terrence read it off.
Yeah, I can. That's what I'm gonna do. But I'm trying to figure out where I want him
Okay,
to start.
dude. It doesn't matter. It's all freaking gold.
It's not all gold.
In my opinion, it is. But I
You
feel
haven't,
you.
but you haven't heard it yet.
Touche. I guess there are parts I haven't heard yet. Okay.
Damn, I guess I've done a lot of this. The nurse arrives.
The nurse. Who's the nurse? Touche. I guess I haven't heard all of it. All right. I'm not offended. Just I feel a little left out right now.
But I do like 5 of these a
I
night.
guess we have been busy.
Oh, here we go. All right, so once I get to the end of this, I'll have it played. All right, let me know if you can hear it.
The Night Terror fiasco.
You hear that?
No.
The Night Terror fiasco. The hospital room was eerily quiet as the
Jonathan,
clock.
do you hear anything?
Let me check.
Let me know when you're ready.
Play it.
The Night Terror fiasco. The hospital
The
room
Night
was
Terror
eerily
fiasco.
quiet as the clock struck
I
midnight.
hear nothing.
Paul and Lenny had finally
Hey,
drifted
we
off
don't
to
hear it
sleep.
on Discord, but the stream hears it. I'll mute the stream.
Oh no, I'm going by Discord. So is it playing on stream?
It's not playing right now. Just let me know when you have the stream up, and I'll start playing it.
So I need to put it on stream
Yeah, put it on the
to
stream.
hear it?
You need to mute your Discord and then put it on stream, or you need to plug in headphones to the stream and play it. Don't play the stream out loud and let Discord hear it, or it's going to echo. Kabish. You let me know when you start too, so I can unmute the stream.
Let me know when you're ready, Kagan. Most of that.
I'm ready. Is that me?
All right, hold on. I'm gonna play it.
Yeah.
Let me know.
The Night Terror fiasco. The hospital room was eerily quiet as the
Apologies.
clock struck midnight.
Did you hear that? I'm just gonna play it.
The Night Terror fiasco. The hospital room was eerily quiet as the clock struck midnight. Paul and Lenny had finally drifted off to sleep, their tambourine and ukulele resting on their respective beds. Ming, already grumpy from the day's shenanigans, was snoring lightly, wrapped tightly in his blanket. Suddenly, a muffled scream echoed from Paul's bed. "No, dude, not the duck man!" Paul thrashed wildly under his blanket, his arms flailing as though he were battling some unseen foe. Lenny groggily lifted his head, squinting in the dim light. "Whoa, bro, bad vibes in your dreamscape, man," he muttered before plopping back down and snoring again. Paul's bold move. Paul bolted upright, his fur matted with sweat. He looked around the room, his eyes darting nervously. "Dude, I can't handle this alone," he whispered to himself. With trembling paws, Paul shuffled out of his bed, tambourine jingling faintly with every step. He waddled over to Ming's bed and nudged him gently on the shoulder. Ming, wake up, bro," Paul whispered, his voice shaking. Ming groaned, his face buried in his pillow. What is it now?" he muttered, his voice heavy with irritation. Paul leaned in closer. "Dude, I had the worst night terror, man. Duckman was chasing me and he had this super sharp bread knife, bro. It was terrifying." That's Ming's explosive reaction. Ming slowly sat up, his eyes narrowing as the reality of what Paul had just said sank in. "You woke me up because you had a nightmare about a duck with a bread knife?" Paul nodded earnestly, clutching his tambourine like a security blanket. "Yeah, dude, it was super intense. I just needed some comfort vibes, man." Ming's face turned crimson with rage. "You woke me up for this nonsense? Paul, I swear." Paul stepped back nervously, jingling his tambourine. "Whoa, dude, chill, man. No need to harsh the vibes." "Chill?" Ming shouted, throwing his blanket off. "I haven't slept in days because of you two, and now you wake me up because you're scared of an imaginary duck?" The chaos wakes Lenny. Lenny stirred at the commotion, sitting up and rubbing his eyes. Whoa, bro, what's like the cosmic disturbance, man? Paul woke me up because of Duck Man. Ming roared, gesturing wildly at Paul. Lenny's face lit up with concern. Dude, Duck Man is like super spooky, man. I totally get it, bro. You're like so brave to even talk about it. Paul nodded solemnly. Thanks, bro. It was like a total nightmare, man. Ming's jaw dropped. You're encouraging this? It's a duck. Lenny strummed a single chord on his ukulele. Whoa, Ming, like, no need to be so harsh, man. Bad dreams can, like, totally mess with your aura, dude. Ming loses it. Ming threw his hands in the air, his frustration reaching its boiling point. I am this close to smothering both of you with my pillow, he shouted. Paul jingled his tambourine defensively. Whoa, bro, that's like super not cool, man. Violence doesn't, like, solve anything, dude. Lenny nodded. Totally, bro. Let's all, like, sing a calming tune to, like, reset the vibes, man. Ming grabbed his pillow and threw it across the room, narrowly missing Paul. Go. Back to bed. The aftermath. Paul and Lenny shuffled back to their beds, whispering to each other. Dude, Paul said, Ming's vibes are like super harsh, man. Totally, bro, Lenny replied, plucking softly at his ukulele. We should, like, sing him a song tomorrow to, like, heal his aura, man. Ming buried his face in his hands, groaning loudly. I hate both of you, he muttered, sinking back into his bed and pulling the blanket over his head. The end.
That's like one chapter of like endless chapters.
Another chapter.
Another chapter.
Encore. Encore.
Let's see what else we've got. Let me see. Let's see what we got.
After enduring a series of nocturnal disturbances, Ming's patience had worn thin. Determined to exact a measure of retribution.
Actually, let's do this one. I don't know if it's going to let me play this one. Oh, what is this?
After the earlier commotion, the hospital room finally settled into a semblance of peace. Ming lay in his bed, seething silently, while Paul and Lenny drifted back into slumber, their tambourine and ukulele resting beside them. However, the tranquility was short-lived.
Muted.
Lenny, prone to sleepwalking, a condition known as somnambulism,
Did not
began to
realize I
stir.
muted
His
myself.
eyes remained closed,
Ryan,
but he sat
would you
up,
not like
mumbling
to
more things
introduce
about
the
Duckman
characters
and cosmic
first?
bread vibes.
No.
In his sleep-induced haze, Lenny rose from his bed and
I'm trying to
shuffled
listen
towards
to
Ming,
this
his
awesome
hands
story.
outstretched as if grappling with an invisible
Well, you
foe.
heard a story like at like
Fine. Since
the
Kevin interrupted,
ending.
I'll go ahead and give you like.
Well,
an
I was
introduction.
trying to talk. I didn't realize I was
I was trying to listen.
muted. My
Alright,
bad.
well,
My
alright,
bad.
okay. All right. Well, I'll give you a quick overview. Ming is a panda bear. He is like the wise leader of this community called Whispering Woods. Paul is
Here
a
we go.
Paul is a polar bear. Lenny is a leopard, and they were given shrooms, and they've been hippies ever since. Like someone snuck shrooms into this tea that Paul and Lenny were drinking.
Yep.
They've just been hippies ever since, and like that. That's just like a basic overview. Like right now they're in the hospital, and we'll make like a section.
There's more overview. There is more overview.
I'm not going over it, so we're just gonna play it.
Okay, that's a basic overview. Let's continue.
After the earlier commotion, the hospital room finally settled into a semblance of peace.
Oh, God.
There's
Ming
more
lay in his bed,
explanation,
seething
Ron.
silently.
But let's continue.
Shut up. Let the story play.
After the earlier commotion,
Let's
the hospital
continue.
room finally settled into a semblance of peace.
Onwards.
Ming lay in his
Phone
bed,
home,
seething
Gagan,
silently,
phone home.
while
Mute Kagan. Kick him out.
Onward.
Kick him out.
No, don't kick me out. I'm saying onward. Onward.
How do you kick him out? All right.
after the earlier commotion, the hospital room finally settled into a semblance of peace. Ming lay in his bed, seething silently, while Paul and Lenny drifted back into slumber, their tambourine and ukulele resting beside them. However, the tranquility was short-lived. Lenny, prone to sleepwalking, a condition known as somnambulism, began to stir. His eyes remained closed, but he sat up, mumbling incoherently about Duckman and cosmic bread vibes. In his sleep-induced haze, Lenny rose from his bed and shuffled towards Ming, his hands outstretched as if grappling with an invisible foe. "Quack! Quack! You won't take my bread, Duckman," he murmured, his fingers closing around Ming's neck. Ming's startled awakening. Ming jolted awake, gasping for air as Lenny's grip tightened. "What the?" he choked out, struggling to free himself. The room erupted into chaos as Ming thrashed, knocking over his bedside table and sending a glass of water crashing to the floor. Paul, startled by the noise, leapt from his bed, his tambourine clattering to the ground. "Dude! Lenny! What are you doing, man?" he shouted, rushing to pull Lenny off Ming. Lenny, still deep in his sleepwalking episode, resisted, mumbling about defeating the quacking menace. Paul managed to pry Lenny away, guiding him back to his bed. Lenny collapsed onto the mattress, immediately falling back into a peaceful sleep, a serene smile on his face. Ming's explosive fury. Ming, now fully awake and utterly enraged, stood beside his bed, chest heaving. "I have had enough of this nonsense," he bellowed, his voice echoing through the room. "First, you wake me up with your ridiculous nightmares, and now you're trying to strangle me in your sleep." Paul held up his hands defensively, his tambourine jingling softly. "Whoa, dude, it was like an accident, man. Lenny didn't mean it. He's just like battling his inner duck man, bro." "I don't care," Ming shouted, his face turning a deep shade of red. "I am done with you two. Tomorrow I'm getting a new room, far away from you lunatics." Lenny, oblivious to the chaos he'd caused, snored softly, clutching his ukulele like a teddy bear. The aftermath. Ming spent the rest of the night sitting upright in his bed, eyes wide open, glaring at Paul and Lenny, daring them to disturb him again. Paul, feeling a mix of guilt and fear, lay back down, clutching his tambourine for comfort, whispering to himself about bad vibes and cosmic misunderstandings. As the first light of dawn crept into the room, Ming was already packed, ready to demand a room transfer at the earliest opportunity. He cast one last glance at the slumbering duo and muttered under his breath, "Good riddance." Paul sighed, looking over at Lenny. "Dude, we really need to, cleanse our auras or something, man." Lenny, still asleep, mumbled something about peaceful ducks and strummed his ukulele in his dreams. Ming shook his head, exasperated, and marched out of the room, determined to reclaim his sanity. The end. Navlist, understanding sleepwalking and night terrors, turn News 15, turn News 16, turn News 22. After enduring a series of nocturnal disturbances, Ming's patience had worn thin. Determined to exact a measure of retribution for Lenny's unintended assault during his sleepwalking episode, Ming devised a plan that was both simple and satisfyingly mischievous. The icy retaliation. In the stillness of the early morning hours, Ming stealthily made his way to the hospital's kitchenette. There, he procured a gallon of ice-cold milk, condensation forming on its surface as he carried it back to the room. The chill of the liquid mirrored the cold resolve in Ming's heart. Lenny lay sprawled on his bed, snoring softly, his ukulele clutched to his chest like a cherished teddy bear. Ming approached with deliberate quietness, positioning himself beside the slumbering hippie. With a deep breath, he tipped the gallon, allowing the frigid milk to cascade over Lenny's head and shoulders. Lenny's shock and confusion. The reaction was immediate and dramatic. Lenny jolted awake, gasping as the icy liquid drenched him, soaking his tie-dye shirt and dripping onto the bed. "Dude! What the heck?" he sputtered, eyes wide with shock, milk dripping from his dreadlocks. Paul, startled by the commotion, sat up abruptly, his tambourine clanging to the floor. "Whoa, man! It's like a dairy disaster in here!" he exclaimed, blinking in bewilderment at the sight of his drenched friend. Lenny wiped milk from his eyes, his expression shifting from confusion to irritation. "Why am I covered in milk, bro? This is, like, totally uncool." Ming's cold satisfaction. Ming stood over Lenny, the empty milk jug in hand, a triumphant smirk playing on his lips. "Consider this payback for trying to strangle me in your sleep," he said, his voice laced with satisfaction. Lenny's brow furrowed as he processed Ming's words. "Wait, what? I did what now?" Paul, ever the peacemaker, raised his hands in a calming gesture. "Hey, man, let's all just, chill out. No need for harsh vibes. It's just a little milk, right?" The hilarious aftermath. The absurdity of the situation began to sink in, and despite his irritation, Lenny couldn't help but chuckle. "I guess I did deserve that," he admitted, shaking his head. "But, dude, next time, maybe just wake me up with a gentle nudge, not an ice-cold dairy bath." Ming's smirk softened into a reluctant grin. "Fair point," he conceded. "But you have to admit, it was pretty effective." Paul laughed, the tension in the room dissipating. "This is like the weirdest sleepover ever, man." As the trio set about cleaning up the milky mess, a newfound camaraderie began to form, forged in the crucible of shared absurdity and late-night antics.
Alright, that's what I've got so far. Well, that's the end.
That's interesting. You could probably make a lot of stories.
Oh yeah, so many stories can come from this.
We can make a lot of crypto stories too.
Yeah, like I was saying, like you could make this into like a meme universe.
I think that's good. I think the viewers would like that if it was good enough.
Yeah. I think that's a good ending point, though. It's getting late, and I need to be up early, so.
Conclusion.
Any closing thoughts?
And train wreck of a stream. A good, a graceful train wreck.
Well, let's see how it does. So. And with that, tomorrow we'll be back with, we'll show the viewers how to set up wallets, how to use decentralized exchanges, and make swaps. So that should be something our viewers find useful. But with that, I'm going to close out the stream, and we will see you all tomorrow.